The North Gauteng High Court in the last few moments has dismissed an urgent application by SAFA presidential hopeful Ria Ledwaba to interdict the elective conference set for the 25th of June. Ledwaba made the last-ditch attempt to stop the election earlier this month after what she alleged were several constitutional irregularities surrounding the elections, which she deemed favourable to the incumbent Danny Jordaan. Let's break this all down. Benjamin Leshoro, Newzroom Afrika sports anchor, with me on set. Benji, good to see you. So let's start with what the court has said today.
Yeah, Temegile, a huge blow for Ria Ledwaba in the lead up to the elections. So the judge this morning, in fact, just about half an hour ago, she said she is dismissing Ria Ledwaba's application with costs, by the way, for lack of urgency. And she said Ria Ledwaba had time to file this application way before, and she did not do that. So therefore, she dismissed it with costs. That's what happened just about half an hour ago.
So dismissed on the grounds of urgency, not necessarily the merits of the case itself, but Ria Ledwaba's candidacy or potential run to lead SAFA has not been without controversy. I recall, in fact, a month ago, you and I were on air when she was due to hold a briefing. That didn't happen, right? And then there were allegations that she was basically being blocked from speaking. Where does this judgment now leave her chances?
Well, a lot has happened since then. She has since been confirmed. Remember, that sort of blockage, or it was on grounds allegedly that SAFA has said she is threatened, or she was threatened with expulsion from the elections should she present herself to the media and to the public. But a lot has happened. She has been confirmed along with Solimo Hlabeng as the two that are challenging Danny Jordaan in the elections on the 25th of June. And I think just in terms of a moral boost for her going to the elections, it's a big blow. But I don't think it affects a whole lot of things that much. I think those who will be voting for Ria Ledwaba will still be voting. I think it's just a case of Ria Ledwaba having or wanting to have a lot more time than she has now to do her campaigning for the SAFA elections. She has not had time to go throughout the regions and all of that. Remember, the regions are the ones who are important in this election. The members of the NEC are important in this election. So in terms of all of that, she hasn't had time to do her campaigning as she would have liked. But I don't think overall it affects a whole lot of things. I think it'll be a very tight one between Danny Jordaan and Ria Ledwaba. I suspect, in fact, that Solimo Hlabeng, the president of SAFA Tshwane, will actually fall off in the lead up to the elections, in the few days before the elections. I don't see him being one of the candidates at that point. He could be the kingmaker, in fact, between Danny Jordaan and Ria Ledwaba on the 25th of June.
And just a final one. I mean, I've seen a lot of coverage around Ria Ledwaba and what she's been speaking about at SAFA, what she's happy with, what she's not happy with. Danny Jordaan, of course, has been in post for a few years now. You're saying the third candidate is likely to fall off. But how intense is the campaigning for this role?
There hasn't been much of that. The candidates were only confirmed last week. I think it must have been last week, Monday, when SAFA officially said, okay, it's Danny Jordaan, Ria Ledwaba, as well as Solimo Hlabeng who are running for the elections. Ria Ledwaba has been doing the rounds in the media, pushing her agenda. She's been talking about youth in particular, or grassroots football as being important. It's what she's anchored her campaign around, schools football as well, to say if we're going to get things right at senior level, we're going to have to get it right at grassroots level. And it hasn't been much from the incumbent. I haven't personally seen him going around doing any campaigning. And perhaps he doesn't need to, because it's not us as the public who are going to be voting come the 25th. And this is very important. The people who are eligible to vote will be the regions, the members of the NEC and the special members, which is the NSL, the PSL.
So we're not the target market,
So we're not the target market. He doesn't need to talk to us. So perhaps he's doing what he knows works for him. I think it's a bit concerning that Solimo Hlabeng hasn't said anything. since he was announced as a candidate for the SAFA elections. But I think the campaigning hasn't been that vigorous for me at this point in time. We'll see perhaps closer to the time, maybe in the last week or so.
Next time we'll field you as our candidate, okay?
I think I can do a lot.
Benjamin Leshoro, Newzroom Afrika sports anchor for now. Bigger dreams, of course. Possibly the president of SAFA, he says, getting us up to date with that rather serious breaking news today. A court defeat for Ria Ledwaba, her court application being dismissed on the grounds that it lacks urgency.